Welcome back to What's Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an SU-8. It's a Tier 6 Soviet SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Fisherman's Bay and it's under the command of Sonny24. Well, this Arty never actually got built, but it was intended to be created based on the chassis of a T-28 and using a 152mm howitzer. But the production line for the T-28 got shut down, and so they just didn't build it, which is more the pity, because this Arty is actually in some ways better than the M44. It's got more DPM than an M44, but it has got a slower fire rate, 19.17 seconds here without premium consumable, and the alpha damage is slightly higher as well. This thing will do 600 alpha rather than the M44, which will do 550. Oh, he's going right to the very edge here. Okay, he's ready to shoot. The other drawback with this Arty, of course, is the firing arc, which is quite narrow. In fact, it's very narrow. He fired a round in there. Unfortunately, it was a bit premature. Big reticule and the shell hit something else in the way. I say he, but it could be a she. We don't know. We do have a lot of female players who play Arty. And only today we saw Sophie Line in an Arty. Admittedly, it was a real Arty, not a game Arty. Yes, she was with the Chieftain and she went to Scrivenham, I think it was, or Shrivenham, the museum of the British Army. Well, not the museum, it's a training centre where they teach everyone about how the tanks work and how various bits of military technology work. And with the Chieftain, she actually got into an Arty, a real Arty. Rounds out in the Progetto, direct hit. I don't understand what he's doing there. That is probably the worst place for anyone to be, sitting there on that corner. You are a sitting duck for anyone with an Arty, yep. Next round's going to be going any second. Rounds out. Just missed him. But it stunned him, and I think it may have tracked him. Yep. Oh, she's picking up, or Sonny is picking up loads of damage after being stunned. So, yep, quite a bit there. All counts towards the hit points at the end, or the rather the hit points, the credits at the end. That was a bit late, that one on the Scorpion G. Of course, this is a big concern for all Arty players. If they do make the changes that are suggested in the sandbox, it's going to be very difficult for Arty players to actually earn any credits whatsoever, because the majority of Arty players now rely on stun to earn credits. It's through stun assist. They stun the enemy and then they wait for their teammates to put shells into them. Of course, if we're not even allowed to have any stun, then Wargaming should respond by giving us back the damage instead, so we can do actual damage on the enemy. But that's not what they intend to do, which is a bit sad really, because it's going to make it very difficult for anyone to play Arty if they can't earn any credits from it. So they're going to have to rethink this one. He's going to come out that side, but we've got a red line, which means that... Oh, now he's got a green. Fires around in. Oh, didn't get the hit, but hit the side of the building, I think. Well, they just lost their GW Panther, who went a little too far forward and the IS saw him. Trying to get a shot on that T-3485. Not fully dialed in yet. You may have noticed that one of the mods I use is a aim timer, slightly to the center, slightly to the right of the reticule in the center, and that counts down the amount of time needed before you're fully dialed in on the target. Rounds out in the eyes too, hits the building again, stuns him though, and that's some stun assist there. All that TVP VTU is trying to get behind the defender. Oh, and he succeeded. This could be awkward for our defender. but he's managed to get the TVP in front of him, which is the worst possible place for any tank to be, in front of the defender. You want to get behind it, like the TVP T52 is doing. In fact, they're now surrounding that guy. If we can help out, this would be useful. There's 4 tanks now attacking that defender. We fire at the Scorpion G and get a hit, but the defender's gone down. And that was the last of our teammates in the town, which means the enemy could start moving south through the town. So now will be a good time for Sonny24 to relocate himself to the west side of the map. And if he doesn't, then he might get unwelcome visitors very shortly. Fires at the T52, gets a hit! That was a lucky shot there. Just narrowly splashed him. That TVP VTU is distracted by the tanks in the centre, the Rudy and the T52. Although we've got no sign of him at the moment. Yep, decided to bug out. He's going to move. The IS-2 is coming down through the town, and the TVP is joining him. This is when the speed of the SU-8 actually comes into its own. It is actually quite fast. And considering he's going uphill at the moment, it's not bad that he's actually maintaining the speed he is. But he needs to get over to the other side of the battlefield, and he's decided to try and stand and fight on this corner. Most of the other Arty have actually moved over to the west side of the map. He's firing at the 65, stuns him. Pretty sure that IS-2 is going to be arriving very, very shortly. Yep, he's reached the south part of the town. Although the TVP's gone up the centre. Oh, and he's still firing at the 65 too. There's the target of opportunity, that TVP VTU. And although, the Rudy just hit the 65 ton and he's gone down. Now this is a tier 8 game, and of course he's tier 6 in a tier 8, which means he's going to earn extra XP. Rounds out the TVP and he killed him. That's a really good shot, that one. Right through the gap onto the TVP, splashed the side of him, took him out. Okay, but we've still got no sign of that IS-2. So he's gone forward into the bush. Our UDES is down the other end of the map, so he's going to probably find the last remaining Arty, who I think is on the east side of the map actually now. He'll be down by the water. There's the Scorpion. Okay, we need to hit that Scorpion if we can. Okay, he's gone to the Scorpion. Dialing in. Still a few seconds to go before we can shoot. Rounds out. A bit premature, but it did land where it was supposed to. Unfortunately, the Scorpion had moved far enough away to avoid it. We'll be able to shoot in a matter of seconds. And if we can put him around near the Scorpion, it will finish his game. Oh, and the UDES gets the kill. There's the Arty. We just saw where he was. No, slightly further. That's it. Rounds out. Here we go. That's a big hit. UDES can kill him now. And he does. And that just leaves the IS-2 to kill. And he just got ammo racked. Blew the turret off. That was the Borsig taking him out. Okay. End of battle. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how we got on. Okay, it's an ace tanker for Sonny24 in the SU-8. She did very well. He did very well indeed in that game. Got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She got 7, but I'm afraid there was no other epic medals in that game. Let's have a look at team score. Well, if we look at team score, yes, not the highest damage in the game. That actually went to the Object 252 Defender, who I'm afraid got taken out by quite a few of the enemy. 2361 to him. Then came our T3485 Rudy with 1909, and then that E25 on the enemy team with 1883. When it came to Sonny, he managed to get 1186, and when it came to kills, the high scorer again was the E25 with 3. Then there's a number of tanks with 2 kills apiece, and I'm afraid that Sonny only managed to get the 1 kill during the game. Was that TVP VTU, which was a nice splash shot there. He was actually a blind shot at the time because he had disappeared from sight, but he did manage to get the shell on target. But because Sonny was in Tier 6 Arty and it was a Tier 8 game, Sonny earned the highest base XP in that game, 1,127, 1,118 to the T-3485 Rudy, and 867 to the Defender. Sonny fired 16 rounds, got 4 direct hits, no penetration, 14 splash, damage of 1,186 hit points, all at more than 300 meters, damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 1, and 2,911 hit points of stun assist off 12 stuns. On a premium count, he earned 41,170 credits, and after resupply of ammunition took away 48,795 credits. So there's something there that What Replays is not telling us about. 1,127 XP and left with 1,691. So again, something missing that What Replays didn't tell us about. So, not bad. Ace tanker, and I think actually I must admit that if Sonny had actually moved away from the east side of the map, chances of getting that shot on the TVP VTU were greatly reduced. It was only because they were actually on the east side that they were able to thread the shell through the gap between those buildings and take out that tank. And so that actually really did help. And I was wrong. If he'd actually, if they had gone to the west side of the map, they wouldn't have been able to do that shot. So that did save one thing. And of course, the other thing is that they might not have been able to get that good shot on the FV304 because he would have been over the other side of the battlefield and it would have been a much longer shot to do. But it was a good game. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification button if you want to get alerted. And thanks for watching.